Hello friends, welcome to our channel. In this video, we're going to explain about the long story of the internet, founders, origins, and evolution. If it's your first time to reach our channel, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell for next video notifications. Let go. The long story of the internet, founders, origins, and evolution. Early ideas, dreams of connected machines from the 1950s to 1960s. After World War II, as computers started to become more powerful, scientists and visionaries began imagining a way for machines to communicate with each other. J.C.R. Licklider in the early 1960s was one of the first to propose a galactic network, a vision of interconnected computers sharing information quickly. Paul Baran from the Rand Corporation was working on a military communication system that could survive a nuclear attack. He proposed packet switching, breaking data into smaller packets and sending them separately to their destination instead of sending messages in a single stream, which could be destroyed. Around the same time, similar ideas popped up, with Donald Davies in the UK independently developing the concept of packet switching. The birth of ARPANET, the first internet in 1969. The Advanced Research Projects Agency, later DARPA, of the U.S. Department of Defense funded research to create a resilient, distributed communication network. Key players included Lawrence Roberts, often called the father of the ARPANET, who led its development at ARPA, Leonard Kleinrock, whose work on queuing theory helped shape how packet switching networks would function, and Bob Taylor, who managed the program and secured funding. On October 29, 1969, a historic day, a computer at UCLA, led by Leonard Kleinrock, tried to connect to a computer at Stanford Research Institute. The message was supposed to be login, but the system crashed after the first two letters, LO. Thus, the ARPANET, the grandparent of today's internet, was born, expanding the ARPANET and new protocols in the 1970s. More universities and research institutions joined ARPANET. Scientists realized they needed better ways for networks to talk to each other, especially as different types of networks like radio and satellite appeared. Two major heroes stepped in. Vint Cerf and Robert Kahn, in the early 1970s, designed the TCP/IP protocols, Transmission Control Protocol, and Internet Protocol. TCP ensures that data gets broken into packets and reassembled correctly, while IP ensures that the packets know where to go. On January 1, 1983, Flag Day, ARPANET officially switched to TCP/IP. This moment is widely considered the birth of the modern internet. The internet grows, networks of networks, in the 1980s. The domain name system, DNS, was invented in 1983 by Paul Mockapetris. Now you could use names like www.example.com instead of numeric IP addresses like 123.45.67.89. The National Science Foundation funded the creation of NSFNet, a fast backbone connecting different regional networks and universities. Important milestones included email becoming hugely popular thanks to Ray Tomlinson, who in 1971 chose the A symbol for email addresses, and other services like FTP and Usenet spreading. The World Wide Web, making the internet easy to use in the 1990s. In 1989, at CERN, a physics lab in Switzerland, a British scientist named Tim Berners-Lee proposed a new idea: hypertext, text that links to other text, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol, HTML, hypertext markup language, and URL, uniform resource locator. Essentially, he built the World Wide Web, a way to browse and navigate the internet easily. By 1991, the first website went live. Then the explosion began with Mosaic, the first graphical web browser in 1993, making the web easy for ordinary people to use. Mark Andreessen was a key developer. Andreessen later co-founded Netscape, leading to the famous browser wars of the 1990s. In 1995, the US government fully privatized the internet, and companies like AOL, Yahoo, and Amazon were born. Google in 1998, Facebook in 2004, YouTube in 2005, and others would later dominate. The modern internet, mobile, social, cloud from the 2000s to now. Broadband, faster internet, replaced dial-up. Smartphones, especially after the iPhone in 2007, made the internet portable. Social media transformed communication. Cloud computing allowed services like Dropbox, Google Docs, and Netflix to thrive. Streaming video, online gaming, and remote work reshaped the digital world. Emerging trends include the Internet of Things, IoT, where everyday devices are connected online, 5G, ultra-fast mobile connections, AI and machine learning deeply integrated into search, recommendations, and automation, and Web3, blockchain, and decentralized networks proposed as the next phase, though still controversial and evolving. Summary of the key founders and figures. J.C.R. Licklider, vision of a connected network. Paul Baran and Donald Davies invented packet switching. Leonard Kleinrock, mathematical theory for networks. Lawrence Roberts built ARPANET. Vint Cerf and Robert Kahn created TCP/IP protocols. Ray Tomlinson invented email. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. Mark Andreessen created the Mosaic browser, later Netscape.